ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ after attending sangat listening to katha and doing gurbani vichar I clearly understood one thing that there is no escape from this darkness and negativity of this world than taking sharan shelter from Guru Sahib. I was very, very fortunate that Guru Sahib had given me Amrit Didat and Soji, the realization to value this priceless human life, importance of Simran, Sangat, Bani Vichar, and Charan Dhur. Now, after gaining this priceless spiritual wealth, I became desperate that my parents also partake Amrit and become free from Dukh, Sog, Rog, and Trishna. I cried and prayed, Guru Sahib, please bestow Amrit Didat to my parents. After realizing what Amrit Didat can give one, all pleasures are yours, inner peace, joy, sahaj, calmness, composure, wisdom, insight. Why will not one want to crave this for one's parents? Now there happened to be a samagam, and I requested a Sangati Ardas for Amrit Didat for my parents. In Samagam, I was looking at the men with beard and turban, and again prayers went to Guru Sahib. Guru Sahib, hum kire kiram satgur sharnai kar deya naam parkas. And a deep desire to see my father too in turban and beard grew in my mind. Though I did Sangati Ardas, later I felt that my own Ardas, with my heart, mind, and soul, would have also done the needful. After all, a son can talk directly to his father, isn't it? Well, time passed, and after a few days, I called up home. My brother picked up the phone. I said, Where's Papa? He replied, Papa is not at home. He's gone to the Gurudwara. What? I couldn't believe my ears. Since when? It's been 3 to 4 days, he said. Now, when I started recalling, it was 4 days after the Ardas for his Sikhi that this change happened. Simultaneously, one of my acquaintance called up and said, Gurnoor, I saw your father doing Jodiyan di Seva, and it was a great news to me. But he continued shaving, my father, which was dreadful. I invoked Guru Sahib. You are my divine father, and he is my worldly father. Will it be justified to leave him to Jamdoots, knowing that without Amrit Didat, the Jamdoots will get hold of him? Look at yourself. Guru Sahib, you look so good, so impressive with your Sabat Surat appearance, your majestic turban, your uniform, your kalgi, and look at my worldly father. Please have mercy, Guru Sahib. Anyways, 6 months passed. My family never revealed that my father had stopped shaving his beard and cutting his hair. We in Kurali were organizing a samagam, and I called a father and asked him to come here. I thought that in Samagam again I will do Ardas for his Sabat Surat, Dastar Sira, purity of mind, body and soul, unshorn hair and a Dastar, turban, the spiritual crown on your head. No tampering with God's body. My brother called up and said that Dad had boarded the train and that I should receive him. Now, Sangatji, I arrived in the railway station, and you won't believe that my father got down in front of me and walked away, and I never had an inkling. I looked frantically inside the coach, then outside, then suddenly I heard a voice, Gurnoor. I immediately looked back, and what I saw took my breath away. It was my father in the star and beard. I knelt down on the platform of the railway station, folded my hands and cried, Guru Sahib, thank you so much. Tuada shukar hai, Guru Sahib, tuada shukar hai. I looked at my father's clumsily tied dastar, his beard and tears flowed from my eyes. Thank you, Badshah, I kept on saying. And in the Samagam, the seva which daddy did was incredible. Pande which Pande and Jode which Jode. He hardly slept. When asked to take rest, his reply would be, I am in Chardi Kala. Then the day of Amrit Sanchar came. I was filled with doubt and hesitation whether to ask or not Daddy for Amrit Sanchar. I gathered guts and said, Daddy, today is the day when Amrit Didat will be given. If one is fortunate enough to take this huge gift and follow the values of Tan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, then one goes to Sachkhand. What is Sachkhand? He asked. I held my father's hands and made him sit down, and then what he narrated, his vision of Prakash, the divine light, Sangat, Simran, absolutely left me dumbfounded. I was very confident that in Amrit initiation ceremony there are chances of my father getting a big bakshish. Well, the preparation for Amrit Sanchar started with full enthusiasm. I got the big savor of being in the Panch Pyaras. The house in which this Amrit Sanchar took place was of a Gurmukh who was drenched in Sangat and Simran. The whole atmosphere was buzzing with Vaheguru, Vaheguru. The inside room where the ceremony was going to take place was abuzz with loud chants of Vaheguru. The area outside where children were sitting was vibrant with Vaheguru, Vaheguru, lending a divine aura to the entire ambience. All the Singhs and Panch Pyaras were in full josh, invoking Vaheguru. Please give some bakshish to every person coming for Amrit Sanchar. Here, bakshish means Berag, Amrit Ras, Sun Samad, Surti, and the most superior of all bakshish, Darshan of Guru Sahib. Sangatji, there are certain words in Punjabi language for which there are no suitable English words, like chow, mat, buddh. The impact of these words is incredible when used like Sade Kurali de Singa which bada chow si. There seems to be no appropriate word in English for this beautiful, profound emotion. The ones giving kakars were in Bairag, those bearing kakars were in Bairag, those doing Simran were also in Bairag. After the Amrit Sanchar ceremony, I went up to my father and asked inquisitively, Daddy, hun dasso, ki bakshish hui tuade te? It is natural for anyone to ask this question to a person who goes to take Amrit because it is a supremely divine ceremony where in the presence of Dhan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Panch Pyaras, Bani is recited, Vaheguru Simran is done. The entire environment turns into Sachkhand. Now, I waited with lot of curiosity to hear my father's bakshish. I saw lot of prakash, he said, lot of white light, very cool, soothing. And then I saw a huge sangat. Everything was so peaceful. Till the time a sevadar shook me. Come, it's your turn now to take Amrit, the divine nectar. Sitting in the posture, I couldn't even glance at Dhan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. The light emanating from it was so dazzling that I couldn't open my eyes. The entire experience was gunge di mithai, out of the world. And you know what? A lot many doubts of mine got cleared in Charanthur. And to top it all, I did ardas for your mother. Also, that Vaheguru, please bless her also with Amrit Didat. My excitement knew no bounds when I heard this from my father. I felt terribly happy and said, Hun mummy di ulti ginti shuru. Sangatji, in a samagam, we like children used to ask gifts from Guru Sahib. Some asked for surti, others asked for prakash, someone asked for amritras, while other asked for charandhur. Time passed. My mother also got influenced by father's vibrations, his closeness and proximity. She started accompanying him to the Gurudwara and accumulating charandhur. One day it so happened that our inverter gave way. It stopped working, the inverter. My mother immediately brought a handful of charandhur and prayed, Guru Sahib, if this charandhur is so powerful, then it should be able to rectify this inverter. Saying this, she put the charandhur on the inverter, more out of childishness than out of faith. But lo and behold, the inverter started working. Very excited and thrilled, she called me up and narrated the experience. I also showed my overwhelming response and then felt this was the right time to convey her the importance of this priceless bakshish, Charandhur. Mother, if Charandhur has so much bakshish that it can correct your inverter, then why can't it clear your doubts and misconceptions? If you apply Charandhur in your forehead, it will change your mat, your buddha, your intellect, your elusive worldly perception into what is called insightful, thoughtful, compassionate, real, and relevant thinking. My brother called me and tried pulling my leg. What magic are you doing from there? Magic? What magic? I asked. This house has changed drastically. First, Dad had started going to the Gurudwara. Then he stopped shaving and cutting hair. Then he took away all the idols, murtis, and put them aside. And now Mom has asked me to bring gutkas with meaning. Now, Sangatji, here I will definitely share with you about how going to weekly samagams enriched my life. Doing Seva and Simran in Samagam, taking Charandhur, gave me so much bakshish that my entire house changed from Pandit to Gursikh. Stopped idol worshipping, started doing Simran. How I recall with horror the day when I entered the house in Bana after taking Amrit Didat, the abuses, the threats, the sarcasm, the insult, the assault, and now the same brother used to sit with mom, dad, and his wife and did Simran. His wife was pregnant and he did Simran for the baby's well being. The entire family used to do Sangat. I was working in Badu Sahib. My mother joined me there. Amrit Sanchar ceremony used to be held in Badu Sahib occasionally for those children who wanted to take Amrit. One such day, I get a call from management Badu Sahib that I should come for seva as they were falling short of one Singh. I immediately went for Keshi Snan. While doing the Snan, I prayed, Guru Sahib, please instill in mom the desire to take Amrit. I was putting khanda in my turban when I heard my mother say, Mainu bhi jana hai. I couldn't believe my ears. Though very excited, I controlled my emotions and said, Mother, now the path you are going to walk upon is going to be very different and maybe challenging initially. But the rewards which you will get will amaze you. Give a second thought before you plunge into this divine fold, because once you enter, please follow it diligently and not get into any kind of remorse, guilt, or negativity. No, I've already made up my mind. The happiness, contentment which I received in the last 2 years, the positive changes I saw in your father and you, makes me also want to go for it. This was the greatest bakshish my Guru Sahib bestowed on me, Sangatji. Sangatji, this is a game of Sahaj. I never forced my parents to take Amrit. I kept on doing ardas for them consistently and Guru Sahib loaded me with his never-ending bakshish. Eh tan akut, ना निकुटे ना जाए, पूरे सतगुर दिया दिखाए. This spiritual bakshish, this data is inexhaustible. It shall never be exhausted and it shall never be lost. The perfect true Guru has revealed it to me. One thing was very clear to me, that without Amrit Didat, their life would be far from happiness. It would be Jamdut, hell, and 84 lakh Junis. जिस जल निध कारण तुम जग आए, सो अमृत गुर पाही जियो. O man, the divine nectar Amrit for which you have come into this world, that divine nectar can be found only and only from the perfect true Guru, Tan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So, Sangat Ji, if you desire never ending happiness here and hereafter, you can achieve it only by walking in the path laid by Tan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.